Scott, or the Scott Man here, and we are doing a driving video here today. We're in downtown Detroit right now, and we're on Gratiot Avenue. Gratiot Avenue goes all the way from downtown Detroit up to Port Huron. And although we're not going to go all the way to Port Huron in this video, we will stay on Gratiot Avenue for quite a ways in this video. Today's video will go up to 696, and over the course of maybe 3 videos, I like to film driving up to Port Huron. But yeah, as a matter of fact, one of my subscribers, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, Devin Wazalewski. I'm hoping I got that right. If not, sorry. But anyway, I think he commented on either on my channel or on one of my videos. It was asking about a driving video on Gratiot from Detroit to Port Huron. And yeah, although I wouldn't want to do it for one video because it'd be way too long, but I thought, yeah, that's a great idea, especially if I split it up in a few videos. It's kind of like what I did with my Telegraph Road videos, which I did combination of last year and the end of 2015. Yeah, this is going to have a lot of pauses. There's going to be a lot of traffic lights as I get out of the city. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, right now we're in the area right by Eastern Market. Eastern Market's off to the left of here. And yeah, this light right here, this is where the access to I-75 is located. Because there's that I-75 to I-75 interchange where the can't remember the name of the freeway for I-75. So it goes down toward Toledo. But basically that part of I-75 turns into the Chrysler freeway for I-75 as it heads north toward Oakland County. But yeah, there's at that exit, or interchange, there's an exit for I-375 which comes back down to Jefferson, and then there's an eastern spur from that interchange which empties out into Gratiot back there, over near Eastern Market. But yeah, there's quite a bit of people on the highway right now. Although this is not the main way where you would go to like to East Point, Roseville, Mount Clemens, those areas, or even all the way up to Port Huron, is be recommended to go I-94 as it's a lot faster, unless there's like a major accident or a freeway closure for any reason. But back before I-94 was built, Gratiot was the main thoroughfare going from Detroit all the way up to Port Huron. As a matter of fact, last weekend I was, well, I could say visiting my grandmother, but at the same time, my grandmother and I were doing some drives around the Metro Detroit area, and it was a topic that which she brought up with me since we were in the eastern part of the area. Oh, good. We're getting a little lucky. The light just turned green. But yeah, the speed limit's only 30 in here, so it's going to be a little bit of a slow go, especially with all the traffic on the highway. as you can tell, a lot of areas of Detroit aren't too desirable. Downtown area is really nice, though. I would like to get down to downtown Detroit, do a Let's Visit video sometime later in the year. But yeah, as you get out of the main downtown core, a lot of the areas aren't necessarily the greatest. But yeah, especially during the daytime, as long as you're on on the big highways like Gratiot or Woodward, you're usually gonna be okay. So no worries. Oh, yep, here's Grand Boulevard. Yep, Grand Boulevard back to the south will take you straight over to Belle Isle. I did a Let's Visit video on Belle Isle back in July of last year. Belle Isle is a very beautiful state park. But a little fun fact, it was not a state park up until about a few years ago. And yeah, we got another little red light coming up, so hopefully it's a little red light and not a long red light. Okay, we didn't have to sit at this light for very long. This is Van Dyke right here. Van Dyke continues all the way down to Jefferson Avenue to the south, but if you go north from there, that'll take you up to Warren and Sterling Heights, and Van Dyke will head all the way up to the tip of the thumb of Michigan to Port Austin. So it's pretty cool how M53, which begins back at Gratiot, goes all the way from Detroit up to the tip of the thumb. And yeah, I know at some point in the near future, not right here or anything, but we will be crossing over I-94, because eventually Gratiot runs to the west of I-94, but with the exception of down here in Detroit, or this part of Detroit, and like the Marysville, Port Huron area. Oh, okay, I-94 is coming up a lot quicker than I thought. It's right around these traffic lights here. We'll see the bridge shortly. Although, yeah, I should probably get over. There's might be some people turning left to go on the freeway. But we're going over I-94 now. But yeah, these days, yeah, that's the much faster way to get up to the eastern suburbs, or the northeastern suburbs of the Detroit metropolitan area. But yeah, as you can tell, it's a very cloudy day today, and there's been on and off rain showers. Oh, Better Made potato chips. How about that? It's a very popular potato chip brand that you can only find, I believe, in Michigan. Almost lost my train of thought, but anyway, it won't even surprise me at some point in this video if it starts to rain even. But so far it's been holding off. There's been a lot of rain showers to the north of here. But yeah, it's around this time of the year where the weather patterns are very interesting. Because I believe down in Indiana and Ohio right now, it's in the 60s, if not close to 70 right now. But it's in the mid-40s here. It's in the 30s as you go up to like Flint, or even like maybe even northern Oakland County. But it's supposed to be a kind of a gloomy weekend. A lot of rain showers today and tomorrow. It got in the 70s yesterday here, even though it's still only late March. like the warm front came north yesterday, but then it went back down like last night. But it was warm and pretty sunny too. And yeah, right here is M97. Not immediately here, but it'll eventually turn to Grosbeck Highway, and that guy just run the red light, but we will not do that today. Be a little bit to the northwest of here, M97. Yeah, we'll either run into or we'll turn into Grosbeck Highway, which runs parallel with Gratiot, especially in Macomb County, going up to Mount Clemens. But yeah, right now we're in the northeast side of Detroit. And if I look at my rear view mirror, I can even see the skyscrapers of downtown Detroit off in the distance. Although you can't see it in this view because we're looking straight on. But yeah, but anyway, with the crazy spring weather Michigan sees, yeah, especially in April, we could have an 80-degree day one day, and then we could have 3 inches of snow the next day. Although maybe not to the extreme of Colorado, like in Denver, where they could be like 80s and then to go down to like 20 degrees and have a foot of snow the next day. Okay, here we go again. Something in the road there. I'm not sure what that is, so let's get over. Yeah, I don't think it looked like a piece of clothing or something. Asian corned beef. That sounds interesting. Okay, we're getting luckier this time around. And we're up to McNichols. So McNichols is like the equivalent of 6 Mile Road. So should only have another 2.5 miles left to go in the Detroit city limits. On the other hand, yeah, I don't think we're going to get so lucky with this light. Or maybe we will. But yeah, in my spare time, when I'm not working full time during the week and then doing any of the travel videos, I've been playing the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I didn't get it for the Nintendo Switch, which is the new Nintendo game console, which came out already up to 7 Mile. Anyway, which came out earlier in March. I got it for the Wii U. But yeah, anyway, that new Zelda game is really fun. A lot of exploration. The Legend of Zelda games are one of my many inspirations for these travels that I like to do. That, as well as any of the traveling that my grandparents did, or even some of the trips that my family and I went on when I was a kid. I've always had the urge to explore and make new discoveries, so that's why I really enjoy the Legend of Zelda games. But yeah, that game is addicting as heck. But yeah, last Saturday, it was the same day I filmed my Travel the Lights video I did up in Port Huron, which was, yeah, last Saturday. I played Zelda Breath of the Wild for like 6 hours. That's how much I can get into the Zelda games. But yeah, we're getting close to 8 Mile. The light for M102, or which everybody just calls 8 Mile, it's right up here. 8 Mile is pretty much the dividing line between Detroit and a lot of the northern suburbs like Warren, Southfield. And we don't have to stop here at all. How about that? And with that, we are now in East Point and in Macomb County. Back in the day, East Point used to be called East Detroit. As a matter of fact, the main high school in East Point is still called... Oh no, it's not. It might be the high school too, but the school district is still called East Detroit Schools, I believe. But I believe it was the 90s when East Detroit was renamed to East Point. But yeah, East Point lies between Warren or the south part of Warren and like the north end of the Grosse Points and St. Clair Shores. And as you can tell here, starting at 8 Mile as you go north, the Gratiot becomes a boulevard all the way up to Mount Clemens. Okay, will we get lucky with this light, or... Probably yes. I like how I was saying that. Will we get lucky with this? No, I'll stop. But yeah, as I said at the beginning of the video, I'll be filming the entire road of Gratiot, but not all in one day or anything. I'll do it in pieces so that way the video is not too long, so you don't have to sit through like an hour and a half long video or anything. But yeah, but I'm gonna film today just up to 696, and then in the next video I will do of Gratiot, I will start at 696 and probably either go up to New Haven or like to Division Road, which is also 32 Mile Road, and then do the last segment on another day going from there to Port Huron. Yeah, speaking of that, I almost should do something similar to this with Grand River. Although that probably would take a lot more time because Grand River goes from downtown Detroit northwest through like the northwestern suburbs of the Detroit metro area all the way to Lansing and over to Grand Rapids. So I'll have to think about that one or how I would want to do something like that. But yeah, just like what I was saying, yeah, East Detroit Animal Hospital. That comes to show how this area, although it's East Point, it used to be called East Detroit. And yeah, I think I could see 696 way in the distance. But until then, we have 10 Mile right here. And we're leaving East Point and we're entering Roseville. So yeah, although this video is mostly in the Detroit city limits, we're going to see a varying, I shouldn't say terrain, but varying cityscape. Or we could say it like that. Okay, yeah, 696 is not here yet. It's the next set of traffic lights after these two. I think this is Fragile Road. I think that's how you say it. Yep. Or at least that's the name of the road. It may not be pronouncing it correct though. And here comes the drizzle. So yeah, I'm pretty fortunate I didn't have to use the wipers too much in this video, especially with how they were calling for a close to 100% chance of rain today. So anyway, I'm going to get ready to conclude this part of the video. So if you enjoyed this video, part 1 of Gratiot Avenue, definitely give this video a like or a thumbs up. For more Scottman895 travel videos, definitely click that subscribe button as I upload videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. At the end of every video, links to my Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram pages. Well, thank you for watching today's driving video here on Gratiot Avenue from downtown Detroit up to I-696 or 11 Mile. And this is Scott signing out.